Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonali, if you guys don't already know me. And today I'm going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial for you guys. Everyone has been asking me about this lately, and I know it's like a big trend to have fleeky eyebrows, so I wanted to do this video for you guys to show you guys how I do my eyebrows. I've literally watched so many tutorials that I feel like I'm doing it right, and I know I'm doing it at least half right. So I'm not saying this is like the way to do it, but this is how I do my eyebrows. So I hope you guys learn a lot from this. Let's get on to the video. So first thing you need is dip brow. I have the Anastasia dip brow pomade in dark brown, and obviously you don't have to go out and buy this specific brand because it is definitely a higher end makeup, so you can honestly go to the drugstore and get something like this and it will probably do just as well. Next thing is really important. You need an angled brush. Mine is from Japonesque or Haponesque, I don't really know how to say that, and it's really nice because it's super sharp. Some angled brushes are kind of thick at the ends. I'll show you one that is, and this one is pretty thin, so I really like it because you can get more precise lines with this. And then next you need a spoolie because we're gonna blend out our eyebrows. Yeah, like that's something new to me too. So if you haven't heard of that, then just stay tuned and you'll find out what that is. This is actually a Morphe brush, and this is the MB29. I got it because I wanted a new brow brush, but this one was a little bit thick. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it just isn't very thin. Like on the flat side, it's pretty thick. So it's just not recommended because it will give you really fat lines, and when you're trying to make those little hair movements, it's gonna just look really dark and dramatic when you don't want it to be. So definitely get a thin brow brush. So let's get started doing our eyebrows. First I'm gonna take the angled brush that is thin and my dip brow. So for the first dip in there, it doesn't really matter how hard you push on the brush, but it does after that. So for the first line, you're gonna wanna push a little hard just to get a lot of product on the tip of that brush. So you always want that tip of the angle to be facing inside and towards your nose. And normally I don't really start up front because it's very easy to mess it up. So I'll start a little back and then kind of brush it forward. So what we're first gonna do is start with our baseline underneath and just go all the way to the tail. Oops, I forgot to brush them out first, and that is major key. So just brush them up and then brush them to the side and then bring them down. All right, now we're ready. I'm just gonna go over that because I didn't think it was dark enough. Basically the way I like to do it is just go straight and then kind of like dip down, as you can see. Kind of like a Nike check sign, honestly. Like, I'm not afraid to admit it. So next what you want to do is take the brush, don't start at the tip, but go a little farther back. And with the excess, you're just gonna kind of trace a line on your brow. Then you can go back in with more. I just don't really like to get more than I need. So if there's product on the brush, then I want to use it. Since we traced it out, now we can go back in a little bit darker. And when you get to that point, what I like to do is just go straight and then turn my brush as I'm doing it. Okay, now it looks a little crazy, but like we can blend it out and make it more natural. Then after that, you just want to fill in that tail and just make it the darkest point of your eyebrow. And after you're done filling in the tail, you just want to take the excess and go back in on the brow in the sparse parts, but not up front just yet. So right now we're gonna blend the eyebrow out. I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of try to wipe away a little bit because I went a little cray-cray on the arch right there. So I'm taking this spoolie and I'm gonna start on the front of the eyebrow and just kind of brush it through. And you wanna do like little brushes at every section of the eyebrow, kind of bring it down. And this just brushes the product out so no one can really see where you made those base lines. So now that we blended that out, we're ready for the front. We're just gonna use the excess on our brush because we do not wanna make this part dramatic at all. This should be the lightest part of your eyebrow. So now we can do the front of our eyebrows, and what makes it the most natural is when you just do the baseline underneath and kind of just create little hairs out of that line, and then you don't really have to do the top line if you don't wanna make it too boxy. I do like to make it a little bit thicker than they are, and that's just my preference. So I mean, you can do it any way you want, but this is just how I do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eyebrows so I don't look a little bit cray cray, and then I'm just gonna come back and show you guys what they look like together. And remember that your eyebrows are sisters and not twins. Like, do not be super down because your eyebrows don't match, because in real life they don't match. So I mean, you just gotta deal with it. This was probably one of my quicker videos, but I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Comment below if you learned anything new from this video because I wanna know. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!
Where are you now that I need you?